he can dominate a game just by the way he actually takes over the pace. And I do want to apologize. I misspoke earlier. I said that that Paul was the dynamics or the best scorer. I meant best point guard. And Lillard is actually leading in minutes per game. But that actually spoke to part of what I was talking about with Steph Curry. Lillard doesn't have a legitimate backup. His backups are a freaking joke. And so they leaned on him too hard, and Portland's a bit of a mess anyways. But, Steph Curry has a straight backup. You can't, but Steph Curry you want on the floor. You want him on the floor all the time. He doesn't have to have the ball in his hands to dominate a game. How many point guards ever, let alone just this season, can you actually say that about? I mean, even Steve Nash. Steve Nash was really nice, but you're not ever going to play Steve Nash at the 2. Magic doesn't count because Magic can play all 5 positions. He's a freak of nature. He's one of the 5 best players to ever play the game, so I don't want to hear him as part of the argument. And Dennis Johnson was a guy that could play both positions, but he's not in the argument as far as what Steph Curry could do to a game. But Steph Curry's so much fun. And if I was a manager, if I was a coach, I want that guy on my team. I feel like every time you go into practice, Steph Curry's going to be sitting there shooting and smiling and laughing, and there's going to be a levity of being with him. But then when he goes into the game, he's nasty. He's going to cut your heart out. Ask the Spurs. Now, just as a quick aside, I want to give Tony Parker all the credit in the world. I was having a discussion with my mom about this. Tony Parker's an assassin as well. Tony Parker got pissed off and he was tired of hearing about Steph Curry. And in that game, too, he decided he was going to show everybody, hey, by the way, I'm pretty damn good. But, if Steph Curry continues this, and who knows if he will, I don't mean to keep harping on it because I have this foreboding where he's concerned, and it's such a shame because it's there. It's visceral. And that maybe that's not safe, but I've seen so many guys where we're like completely tantalized by their talent, and then all of a sudden this injury just takes them away. Hell, Amari Stoudemire is a pretty damn good example, although he was overrated to start. But Amari Stoudemire was such a beast. He was so nasty. Kenyon Martin, I hope Stephen Curry doesn't end up in that argument because I think at the end of the day, he's got a chance to be really, really, really good for a really long time and really good at multiple positions, and he's not going to change the way the position's played, but he might change the way it's viewed a little bit. He's got that Russell Wilson, RG3 capacity to where maybe teams start looking at point guards that are both great passers and great scorers instead of either or, because we have so much of that. That's kind of the norm, but Steph Curry's not normal. He's dynamic. He's fun. And I'm hoping going forward that we're going to get to keep watching this. I don't want that Warriors team to end up like that Blazers team, that Kings team, where we're so excited about them and then they just completely fall apart.